Holy shit, this is a crazy one. So there was another one of these right-wing masculinity vloggers. One of the guys gonna teach you how to be a real man. Oh my God, I'm an alpha male. Don't you guys want to learn how to be an alpha male like me? Well, anyway, apparently he killed a bunch of people. Yeah, shocker. I think you're all shocked. But here's the crazy part, folks. Apparently he wrote a 3-book series where in the book series, he named the main character after himself. And then in the book, he laid out the murders he was going to commit. And he committed the murders exactly like he laid out in his book. This is some crazy ass shit. The man who authorities believe killed 5 people in a shooting spree across the Denver metro Monday wrote about killing 2 of the victims in a series of novels he self-published in the 4 years leading up to the attacks. Lyndon McLeod, 47, wrote about similar murders, personal grudges, and a desire for revenge in the 3 rambling, misogynistic, and racist novels, which focused on rage, violence, and economic inequality. In the second novel, McLeod describes an attack on a tattoo parlor in the 200 block of West 6th Avenue. The character named Lyndon McLeod, see? His real name is Lyndon McLeod, but the character's name is Lyndon MacLeod. So totally different. Definitely in no way based on him. Burst into the tattoo shop and killed several people, including the owner of the shop. In reality, police said McLeod went to that block on Monday, fired shots, and set a van on fire, but did not kill anyone. He tried. He made an effort. McLeod co-owned a tattoo parlor in that block in 2013 called All Heart Enterprise. Said James Clark, who worked at the shop. At least 2 people McLeod targeted during his rampage to work with him at the business, which failed because McLeod was controlling, fought with all the employees, and acted like a bully. Haha, shocker. Everyone quit because nobody could work in that environment, Clark said. Lyndon blamed everyone else who was involved except for himself. That's what they always do. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Take responsibility, but they never take responsibility for anything. These sacks of shit. Denver police are aware of the books, and they are part of an ongoing investigation, spokesman Doug Shedman said Wednesday. He named his victims in the book. He literally wrote their names in the book, and then he killed them. McLeod named both Alicia Cardenas and Michael Swinyard as murder victims in his novel. Cardenas, 44, and Swinyard, 67, were both killed in Monday's shooting spree. Police believe McLeod killed Swinyard inside his home at 1 Chessman Place, an apartment building in the 1200 block of William Street. A property manager for the building told residents in an email that McLeod wore tactical gear, a police logo, and a badge when he entered the building. In McLeod's first novel, Lyndon MacLeod, totally different, wears police gear and kills a character named Michael Swinyard at his apartment on William Street. It's crazy, man. This character in the book also kills other people in the building and robs them. The character has a list of people he wants to kill and considers some more important than others. The murders were like food in the belly, like wine, rest on the tongue. The first book reads, killing people nourish the soul. Don't you guys want to learn how to be a masculine, manly man from this psychopathic killer? He gleefully indicated that some people required violence to be addressed while discussing a 2014 YouTube video titled Mike Tyson Destroys Reporter. Remember when Mike Tyson was convicted of raping somebody who he did rape? He raped her. You can look it up. The evidence suggests he raped her. It wasn't the only person he tried to rape. Other women came forward that said he tried to rape them too. But who cares, right? We like Mike Tyson. Who cares if he's a fucking rapist who never apologized about it anyway? Some reporter, remember, asked him, hey, didn't you rape somebody? And Mike Tyson threatened the guy. He acted like he was going to kick his ass because a reporter's not allowed to ask him about, rape. We're supposed to memory hold that and forget it ever existed. But he loved Mike Tyson's response because why wouldn't he love a rapist threatening a journalist for asking about it? On Twitter, McLeod as McClay blasted the passive-aggressive reporter and praised Tyson for using direct aggression, all before hinting at threats of violence for the week. He said, "This is basically the plot of my stupid book. Our entire society is made up of shitty little fucks who insult badasses and get away with it because law enforcement and social norms protect the weak from the strong. I'm over it. The weak better buckle up. Shit about to get real. That's right, you fucking weaks. You're about to be killed by the super alpha manly man. Hell yeah. Woo. God damn it. So yeah, He was doing the regular circuit with all the chud shitheads. You guys know who Zuby is? Zuby is a conservative rapper. I use that quotes very strongly because he sucks at rapping. He might be worse at rapping than I am, which is really saying something. And he has a podcast, and he had this guy on there to kiss his ass about his book. Where you at, Zuby?
Yeah, they shipped all the worst ones over to America. That's how we got here. The ones that are there are civilized.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yes.
So anyway, he was on Shithead Zuby's podcast. Zuby giving me the rub, and now Zuby has also memory hold the whole thing. He pretended like it never happened. Here's his podcast list. All right, let's see. We went from 66, 67, 65, 64 seems to be missing, huh? Curious, Zuby. What happened to episode 64? I wonder. Oh. It's like it disappeared from the face of the earth for some reason. I wonder how the fuck that happened. It's a mystery. And also, shockingly, he was giant fans of the intellectual dark web crowd, including Eric Weinstein. Yep. I can't believe it. He was a fan of Eric Weinstein. So here's Eric Weinstein. Instead of just calling the cops in Denver to let them know this, he does the correct thing and tweets about it publicly. Eric Weinstein says, this tweet is for law enforcement only. It appears that the shooter in Colorado had been trying to contact me in the past via direct message. I did not accept the request or respond, but have preserved messages. If you are with law enforcement and have legitimate need for access, please let me know. Thanks. Yeah, you might want to call them. Call them, Eric, and tell them that the murderer was a big fan of yours and messaging you in DM. No? Okay, shocker. And apparently you talked to him publicly. Eric Weinstein. Remember that time when you were talking to him publicly? You talked to him. You talked to the killer. I'm not saying that you're responsible for this guy killing all these people, but you're responsible for these people killing people. You're 100% responsible, Eric. It's your fault. I'm just kidding. And of course, he also liked all the other giant douchebags on the right. Like, he loved rapey Mike Sinovich. Yeah, nobody's surprised that he liked rapey Mike. He liked Jack piece of shit big. You know, the one that gave Shoe on Head COVID. Allegedly. Don't sue me. I'm just kidding. It's a comedy show. He gave her COVID, folks. Yeah. They followed him too, by the way. Jack piece of shit big. And Mike Sinovich followed him. So nobody's surprised to see that. And also, I don't know if this is true or not, but according to the guy's website, Jordan Peterson wrote a sickening, ball-licking review of his book. I don't think this is real. I think this guy's so crazy that he actually made up reviews from famous people for his book. That's how desperately he was trying to sell his book. So this whole thing is Jordan Peterson talking about how good the book is, but I don't actually believe Jordan Peterson wrote this. Apparently Glenn Beck wrote one too. All the famous right-wing people supposedly read his book and loved it, but I don't believe that happened. So we're not going to blame Jordan Peterson for what I don't believe actually really happened. So anyway, that's a cool story, right? Yeah. I think if one of my giant fans went out and committed a bunch of murders, I might have some self-reflection. I might think about, hey, why did I attract such a person? What could I have done differently? I think I might have taken personal responsibility. No, that's an alien concept to you guys on the right who continuously claim that everybody should take personal responsibility, but some of us actually do it. Might want to look into it there. Intellectual dark web.